against all these members, even the Bruno in lane. It's just not bad.
Ooh. Gonna be a weird situation here for both teams. There's gonna be two moving parts here. The main diving front line and the back line that really wants to try and maneuver around. For Rebellion, I feel like the back line has a bit more leeway due to the range. Whereas for Geek, I think Chidera has a lot of issues later on in the big team fight. But before that, maybe they can try and get him a lead in the laning phase using the threat, using the Minotaur presence.
I mean, it's do or die. You can see both of these teams making risks, especially for Rebellion, as we're entering the final chapter of this best-of-3 series. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Land of Dawn for game number 3 between GEEK Fam and Rebellion Esports.
All of GEEK Fam victories have been through reverse sweeps in Season 13. For Rebellion, it's D or die.
D or die. I like that. And with the final game at hand, actually, they have answered the question of, are they going to try and play some mind games and finally put that Angela in the hands of Audi? So it's going to be a Audi TZ Angela with the focusing mark, going still for that aggressive playstyle. And you have to see, what can Suelo do right here? Because a boy is a great Novaria player. He knows for sure how to really mitigate the impact that the Novaria can have in the early game as well. Especially for the early to mid game, I feel like there's a chance that Rebellion can try and pressure Geek before it gets to those bigger team fights.
We'll see. If we're taking a look at this right now, Auditi's already roaming in towards the bottom side, looking to give Kars more of a fighting chance in this particular lane. He's going to be able to clear, but not able to get anything more just yet.
D is going with a tenacity on top of the Swift here. So he respects the dive potential, the damage output. Chidera is going for that 1v1 domination with the Master Assassin right here, trying to get the best out of the laning phase before that teamfight situation really puts him behind. So we'll have to see, especially with the first turtle. I feel like now GEEK Fam has a lot more ways to really play it out, unless Rebellion set up some kind of trap, some kind of ambush before the setup even begins.
Now it looks like both these teams are rotating on the next neutral objective. Hazel already opening it up. There's not much follow-up. Are they just going to go for a 1v1 in the jungle here?
Ooh. And Hazel picks it up on the Fredrin. That 50-50. Obviously going to be favoring the Fredrin, and he picks it up just like that. Rebellion now backing away. The Turtle, even though it went to GEEK Fam, still very, very even in the gold department.
It's a great play by GEEK Fam there to really not rush it. Right? They're really willing to just stand there. They left a boy and Luke just sitting in near the EXP lane to completely deny Rebellion any kind of maneuver, any kind of information to even begin some kind of setup for the contest. That can be something they can keep doing all the way to the mid game. And Vincent just barreling through though.
The shield even need Beloit. Able to just jump away. Gets chunked as well by Suelo on that Novaria, but no real kill threat as of yet.
Yeah, it's still too early in the game. Novaria needs a little bit more items in order to deal that damage, and so far only boots.
Well, the boots itself will give penetration. Novaria has a lot of base damage, but look at that. Whoa.
Good prediction over to the back. Predicting the flicker from Audi, but now it's a full dive even to the back right there with a Swan Song, and also the last Insanity. Hazel will fall. It's a 2 for 2 though. The gold lane traded in for the roam in the jungle. I think that's pretty worth it for GEEK Fam. They're trying to shut the Ixia down.
It's a big play out of nowhere, a huge dive. With the X-Borg, by the way, so Kars will be left alone for now. But you're seeing again that how it's going to be so difficult for the backline to really have any kind of impact. Later on, you have to remember that Rebellion has some poke damage in the hands of Suelo, and GEEK, they're going to have to rely on some flashy play like that to really engage a fight.
No Swan Song to help a boy. Audi TZ picks the kill up. A good decision to go for that by Vincent. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Hazel trying to look for a possible trade back, but for Rebellion, they're just munching on that turret gold in the mid lane.
It looks like they're trying to supplement the lack of crowd control that Audi TZ has, because he's being placed on the Angela with Vincent, and that's the trio combo that we're going to see looking for the pickoffs across the board. But Let's see here.
Oh, Vincent with a retry win and into the full barrage. Beloyski pops him in his fury, but in the end will still fall to the Astral Meteor, which just placed down Hazel as well. Shot down by Swaylo, a boy with a swan song, but now it's a full re-engage from Cars, who just tears a boy into pieces. Audi running away, that's another re-engage and another shot from Swaylo.
Swaylo on the Novaria. That's a triple kill given to him right here, right now. What in the world was that performance?
Those are 3 kills, one after the other, man. It's
Yeah.
boom, headshot, again and again. Swaylo picking up 3 kills right there. GEEK fam showing again that they are all in now, and Rebellion are the exact opposite. They have no requirement to really just go all in at a signal of attack from GEEK fam. They can just wait it out, and they have so many more ways to force some of these ultimates out of GEEK fam.
2 games in a row, he was given a support hero. He was given Angela. Not much of a kill threat, not much of kill presence, but now on the Novaria, it's a different story. We were talking about underdogs, we were talking about underrated, and Swaylo here showing exactly what that word means to a boy of all people. A 5K gold lead now for the Blue Bulls.
You have to really love how Vincent was able to really use the damage coming in from the Astral Sphere. We were talking earlier about how Novaria goes for some penetration because the base damage is so high off the base kit with the distance, you know, with the Astral Recall, Astral Sphere, multiplying damage based on distance. I think it's just so good that they were able to go for a steal using that, because usually it seems kind of almost accidental, right? The Novaria goes for a steal or like a pick-off and then coincidentally gets it. But there, it seems like Vincent really planned it out.
It really does. Now Vincent, he is at level 9. Hazel is at level 8, so he's a level below at the moment. He should be able to catch up. Oh wait, no, Vincent's level 10. This is a problem.
2 levels ahead with a Minions Fury. Oh, it's D with a full barrage who takes it away. Good distraction in the back by Cars. Beloyski caught in a bad spot. Now Hazel tries to dash across from the wall, but gets caught by the big dragon in his way. Rebellion now feeling it. 5.7k gold lead. Vincent's just recalling in between the 2 turrets. Now the shield unity to zone a boy as well. A boy not able to get into the vicinity of those minion waves. Luke is doing a good job at giving him space, but D is just such a menace. Oh, mobility. This might actually be a swan song flicker from D.
Wow. D just walking up again and again right there. Almost greeting for the turret. But Cars is doing the exact same thing in the bottom side. It's a difference in damage output, man. GEEK, they can't really go and decide. Again, Beloyski can't really engage unless he goes for a flicker. And they can't really match the damage output just yet. They need more items in the hands of a boy, in the hands of Luke as well, to really be able to push the whole squad of Rebellion away with a big Last Insanity or Swan Song. Looking at some of the items here, Genius 1 completed for a boy, not nearly enough. And Swaylo, already with the Enchanted Talisman, will be spamming a lot more spells, and the Glowing One means that the X-Bor, the Fredrin, the Minotaur, they're going to be taking a lot more damage over time from the Glowing One.
Yeah, it's definitely a problem in these team fights, and it's starting to show. Wait, Luke actually uses the Last Insanity defensively here just to get out of that tough spot. This is a 7k gold lead built by Rebellion. In game number 1 and game number 2, they wanted to stick with the pick-off, but now it seems like in game number 3, they're like, you know what, GEEK fam, you want to go for team fights? Let's go for team fights. Let's show you that we can also do it. And this is the results that we're given. Is there a turning point in this game where GEEK find their power spike, perhaps?
If they can equalize the gold disparity, then of course they have a big combo. But the question is, can they force Rebellion to just group as 5? Look at the positioning right here. Swaylo alone, D all the way in the back. And if anyone overextends, like Beloyski right there, maybe to half HP, before you know it, Astral Sphere, full barrage will take you out. So you can see that GEEK, even though there isn't anyone really zoning, threatening with crowd control, they are forced to play so far back, fearing for the damage potential as Cars pops the Black Dragon form already.
Yeah, knows that the Lord is going to be very low, and Rebellion try to just go for it right now with a 2-level lead on Vincent 2. It's free for RBL. First Lord of the game here. for RBL, 9-2, 7.6k gold lead. I think the poke is just too much for GEEK Fam to handle right now.
It's just a lot of damage, and you have to remember, no Netherrealm, the MVP for Game 2. The person that allows, the hero that really allows GEEK to really be so decisive in those fights is the Faramis. So without the Faramis, they went for the Minotaur. They can go for the crowd control, the AoE healing, but it's not really enough, and it's not spammable enough to match this harassment, this damage coming in from the side of Rebellion. And look at the positioning. Again, fearing for damage, fearing for long distance pickoff, GEEK Fam are forced to play so far back that Rebellion can walk up and slowly but surely just take down these turrets without contest.
And the fact that they're never just grouping as one, I think is so brilliant by Rebellion. It's really denying that kill pressure that GEEK was supposed to have. And to make it all worse, now Rebellion, Suelo already has Divine Glaive. So on top of that damage from Ixia, you have to be careful of Suelo.
Chidera has to walk all the way back to get HP. They do clear out the Lord. RBL will just deal with the tier 2s. They've already dealt with a few of the base turret passives as well.
Like we predicted, man, you have to really feel for Chidera in this game. No one is really on bodyguard duty because Expert can do it. The only person that can really do it maybe is a Fredrin who needs to be near the neutral objective. And Beloyski is stuck trying to find a pickoff, find an engage, and find information. So no one's really protecting him, and he's always at risk for an Astrosphere from a Black Dragon form. And you can see from how he's positioning, he isn't really at liberty to walk up and do damage.
Exactly. So, you know, we've been hyping this man up, right? The Triple B, big boy, big brain Beloyski. Either way, he's now put into a corner. He's now being put to the ultimate test. Okay, we had a game plan earlier on with this composition. It's not working out now. We're receiving too much damage from the poke coming in from Rebellion. Now what? What do we do? What is the adjustment that we need to make? And mostly, we're known to think that Beloyski is the one to make these calls.
Yeah, 6-game win rate, 100%. That's at risk of being taken out here. The 100% win rate for Beloy on the Minotaur, Rashi.
Might be shattered right here. There's just not there's not a single scenario where Rebellion will be even allowing any kind of combo. If you look at the items, already a Flash of the Oasis built for all the TZ. So for once, the lack of aggression from the roaming position doesn't even matter. They can just keep dishing out some damage and keep sustaining back up. And now GEEK Fam, they don't even have like a Florian to really heal up. They're relying only on the Minotaur. And with the Lord up, with the map so in control of Rebellion, no turrets for GEEK Fam to retreat to safety to. This might once again be a forced free Lord for Rebellion.
I don't know. Yeah, exactly, right? I mean, Hazel's still behind 3 levels of Vincent. They're not really in a position to go for the contest. Now Rebellion know exactly where they are.
That's it.
Just like that.
Free.
Clean execution, man. Black Dragon form pushes everyone back. Now there's no Lapu Lapu to try and do the same. The X-Work is too far back to really threaten the rest. No one's grouping up for the last Insanity anyways. No one can really hold the front line. So just like that, the Black Dragon form that was so lackluster in the previous game now looks to be such a good playmaking tool to zone everyone away.
And now the question is, right, like, what are GEEK Fam waiting for? Even if they wait, let's say 20 minutes, they're able to prolong the game. Do they have what it takes to actually outscale RBL?
Outscale? I think they will have damage for sure. I think the only real possibility right here is for them to wait for Rebellion to overextend and get a huge combo when they are trying to defend the base, right? Because Rebellion will be grouping up when they're trying to crack the base open. That's the only potential. But look at Beloyski. What is he doing?
BBB. This might be the play to look for a D. Flickers out the safety. The minions. Fury doesn't connect. He doesn't go for the flicker as well. That was the one chance for them to maybe turn this game around. They'll be able to get more chances if they defend this one. But it doesn't look like they want to give it that full barrage! Over to a boy! Melts him down. Hazel also falls to the same full barrage. 2 members down. Chidera trying to defend for the team. Cars just walks up, the passive ticket on him. Chidera still surviving for now. Deep gets the hard guard. Berloy trying to delay the mini waves from crashing into the base as Chidera tries to clear it away, but Chidera burns down, take it again, flickers to the base, gets a little bit more of that sustain. He goes to the wave, clear once again, but Chidera, once again in the back, will not be able to defend this game because RBL will just end it, targeting the base down and stopping the 100% win rate for the Minotaur, stopping a reverse sweep from GEEK fam.
Talk about shattering momentum. I mean, GEEK was coming off a win against RR